What's going on, everybody? Now, I know we built our DWC recirculating units, or if you're just building a solo DWC, it's all up to you. I know when you buy a container, they specify volume on there, okay? So I'm just going to use this 5-gallon bucket just as a reference and an example for this video, how to determine the water volume to the bottom of your net pot. Okay, so everybody knows that this bucket is a 5-gallon bucket, but that's to the brim. To the very brim is 5 gallons of water. Well, you have to subtract the depth of your net pot. So let's just say, just for sake of numbers, that the net pot you are using, if you're running a net pot in this bucket, is a depth of 4 inches, a height of 4 inches. So you have to subtract 4 inches off of the total height and volume of this container. I'm going to show you how to do that real quick so you can determine how. There's a lot of folks out there that like to go milliliters per gallon. How many gallons is to the bottom of the net pot? Well, I'm going to show you how to figure that out for yourselves, because not everybody uses the same containers. So what you're going to do is, the first thing you're going to do is you are going to take a height of your container. In this case is 14 inches for a 5-gallon bucket. Let me break that down for you. 14 inches for a 5-gallon bucket. So you're going to take 5 gallons, because you already know the water volume of the container itself, and you're going to divide that by the height of the inside of the container, which is 14 inches. So that's 1 gallon equals 0.35 inches. Okay, that's how it is. So knowing that, measure the height of the length, the depth of your net pot. We said 4 inches for the sake of just video. So we already know that the height of our net pot is 4 inches. So what you're going to do is subtract 4 inches from the total height of the bucket. If we're at 14 and we subtract 4, now we're at 10. So 10 inches would be the bottom of the net pot. Now let's take that 0.35 inches and times that by 10. Okay, now that we've done that, the total water volume to the bottom of your net pot is 3.5 gallons, 3.5 gallons. So now you can determine how many milliliters to use per container mix. So 3.5 gallons, you can times that by whatever kind of nutrients and stuff you're using, because I know building your own DWC or just using hydroponic systems in general can kind of throw you off with how much is my water volume stuff. So that's how you determine it. And you can do this for any size container. It doesn't matter what container it is. You take the total volume of your container and you divide it by the height. And just use inches, okay? Height of this container is 14. So divide that, and it's 0.35 inches per gallon of water, and you times that. After subtracting the height of your net pot, we have 10 inches left, and you will come out with 3.5 gallons of nutrient water to the bottom of your net pot. Okay? Use that to determine the water volume through any container and any system. If you're running multiple buckets, obviously you're going to times that number by X amount of buckets you're using, and add a couple gallons for the lines and stuff if you are running recirculating systems and so forth. So that's it, guys, how to determine the water volume of your system. Now, the recirculating system that I just built is just under 60 gallons total. So I run the nutrient strength. If I'm looking to add on a milliliter to gallon basis, I'll be adding, using 60 gallons as a reference, because I've already subtracted the height of my 10-inch net pots and just did the math for the water volume. So that's how it's done. for those of anybody is wanting to know how to do that. In case you didn't know, that's how it's done. Very easy. All right, guys. Peace out. Hybrid. Cheers.